Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Angelica and I am an artist from Sweden. My two paint goals for October was to make an ink painting and a Halloween themed painting, and I only did succeed to make one of those. So as you can see, I succeed to make the Halloween painting. And this was my first time ever doing a pumpkin and a scary Halloween themed painting overall. And I'm not so used with celebrating Halloween. I think it's a nice tradition, especially for the kids to just get themselves dressed out in scary costumes and so. But here in Sweden it is not a huge thing. It has become a little bit bigger over the years. I think when I was around 10 years old it started to become a thing here in Sweden, but at that time still not as huge. But I do remember they started to get Halloween costumes for children in toy stores, and so I did got one Halloween costume as a kid for 1 year, and I think I used it 2 or 3 years actually. And the costumes at that time was most like vampire or witch, or from Scary Movie. I think it was Scary Movie, or is it Scream, that white mask. So was it when I was a child. And to celebrate Halloween here in Sweden, some of the older people think it's a little bit disrespectful, because it's quite near when we have, I don't really know how to say it in English, but I think it's like All Saints Day, when people visit the graveyard and put light candles for their missed loved ones. But so people think that it's disrespectful to dress up in scary costumes around that time, but we don't celebrate Halloween at that date. We celebrate it the last of October, so I don't really know why some old people just hate it. That's life. But I think it's quite a nice tradition, even though I don't celebrate it myself. And I actually have carved a pumpkin once in my life, also around the time Halloween started to become a thing here in Sweden. And I didn't like the pumpkin meat, and I remember we tried to roast the pumpkin seeds, and that wasn't so good either, so never again have we bought a pumpkin. So for this painting I had to look out on the internet for reference photos to use. So I found a little bit of a scary carved pumpkin that I thought looked just perfect to paint. So that is what you see me painting right now. And just to talk about the painting and the colors that I used for this, I used quite a lot of colors. I have some of them lay in front of me right now, just so I can read you the names. And for the background I used Moon Glow, Lunar Black, Burnt Tiger's Eye Genuine, and Nadapamide Maroon, I think it's pronounced, from Daniel Smith. And I used Fundra Orange and Fundra Green from Schminka. They're super granulating colors. And for the pumpkin itself, I used Daniel Smith Hansa Yellow Light, New Gamboge, Pearline Green, Pyrrol Scarlet, Quinacridone Deep Gold, and I also used Schminka Satin Red. So quite a lot of colors, and I also used Winsor & Newton's Permanent White Gouache for highlights in the end. So very many colors, and this was the first time I used my new Perlene Red from Daniel Smith. And when I mixed it with other colors, oh boy, what that color is pigmented. I just should have used a tiny bit of that color when mix it with others, because it just overtook the mix. So the mix just was red. So that was a very surprising but fun experience. So, and for the painting I had some difficulties to get the pumpkin as dark as it should be, and also you can see with the lines of the pumpkin I had some struggle with. So, but when you try something new, you always have to test out how to do it correctly. So I did not succeed so good with this one, but I'm still quite happy with the finished piece. Just as my first attempt of making a pumpkin in watercolors. So yeah, and the reference photo for this had the teeth carved away from the shell of the pumpkin, so they were very difficult to get right, and I didn't get them as good as I wanted them. But next year's pumpkin will be better if I do one. I probably will, because it was quite fun, but this is just something you do to Halloween. And now it's time to start making Christmas paintings. We already have got some snow here. So now it's white outside, and I'm actually looking forward to Christmas this year. So I have some different Christmas themed paintings I want to do now in November. So remember to subscribe so you don't miss that. So here is the little bit creepy finished piece. And it looks quite nice when it's not light up so bright, because it looks like it's glowing. So I'm really happy with that. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you in my next video, and have a great day or night or wherever you are having. So bye bye.